What is going on, guys? So today we have a Rwanda Gitega Hills wash processed coffee. Really yummy coffee. For this coffee, it has tasting notes of nectarine, red berries, and black tea. Really nice coffee. And even for this coffee, because we roast it for filter, we would recommend to use the Hario switch again. Now you will see a theme here, right? Hario switch is one of our favorite brewing tools because it's like so achievable for consistency, and so we like using the Hario tool as our dripper. Now for this recipe, it will be 20 grams of coffee with 320 grams of water. And we'll do a half and half. The first pour will be 160 grams. The second pour will be another 160 grams until we reach 320 degrees. So let's wet our paper. Now the reason why you want to wet the paper is, first of all, you want to get rid of the papery taste, and second of all, the byproduct of it is that you kind of like heat up the brewing device, right? So this here, it will be the Hario switch. Now for this brew recipe, it will be 20 grams of coffee in with 320 grams of coffee out. The brew recipe will split into half, so it's pretty simple. 160 grams in the first phase, another 160 grams in the second phase until we reach 320 degrees. Now for the grind size, we're using the Comandante C40 and we're using 22 clicks. So it's just about like a medium grind, right? For those of you who are a bit unfamiliar or don't have the C40, it's a bit like medium grind, slightly finer than sea salt. So what I like to do is I like my bit to have a little divot in the middle, and it shows me I have 20 grams here, which is nice. Now this is the first time we have Rwanda in-house, and we're really just blown away by how well Rwanda is tasting. Being that we're in Malaysia, we're not too exposed to Rwanda coffee yet as much, and so I think the Malaysian coffee community is starting to be able to appreciate a little bit of Rwanda coffee, and so that's really good. And that more producers are coming and more roasters are coming up. So anyway, back to this brew method. I've brewed it to 160 grams, and I'm waiting to at a 45-second mark. I will then lift up this dripper so that everything would be steep in the second phase. So it's now 45 seconds. Lift it up, and I'll pour until I reach 320 degrees. Now my pour is slightly vigorous in that sense because I want to incorporate all the coffee in this dripper, and so I'm trying to aim for 320 grams. So I'm at 320 grams. It's a minute 10. I'm now gonna stir and let everything extract it evenly, hopefully. And so I'm just gonna wait until 2 minutes, then I will draw down the coffee, and that's it. Pretty easy, simple step, and I think this step gives us the best and most repeatable tasting and in most coffees in general. Now for this Rwanda, we've gotten it from a producer called Falcon Coffee. They're really nice, and they really give us a lot of variety, and it's they're really a renowned producer. And on top of this, they work directly with this RTC farm, or Rwanda Trading Company. This bean here, it's a pink bourbon, it's a red bourbon varietal. So at 2 minutes, I'll now steep the coffee. So immediately you could smell, the red berry notes are coming in. It's sweet, but you could also tell, and it's in terms of body, it's medium. It's not too viscous. You have also a black tea finish. So let's see if we get a nectarine, red berries, and black tea finish in this cup of coffee. Again, if you don't have the Hario switch, I would highly recommend you to get it. It's just so nice. It's just such a simple device. If you want to do a traditional V60, you could, right? If you want to do a switch method, you could. So it's 2 minutes 40 seconds. It's fully drawn down now. So I'll just leave the dripper in here. Yep, the black tea notes is right there. It's exactly hitting the sweet spot. I like to drink my coffee when it's slightly cooled down, so maybe we'll come back when it's cooled down and we'll taste this coffee again. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes now after brewing. So it's slightly chilled now. It's about 70 degrees, I would say, give or take. And that's the perfect spot that I like to drink most of my coffee. So let's give it a try. Really nice coffee. It's just really gentle. The florality of it is coming out a little bit, but the black tea note is really pronounced. So for those of you who like your coffee with a little bit of like that black tea finish, I think this Rwanda is spot on. And right at the middle, you could taste the sweetness of a nectarine and berry notes acidity. So it's really cool. It's just a nice cup. Like I would say a Rwanda coffee, especially this one, Gitega Hills Lot 140, this gives a all-rounder taste, and I think it really achieves that. For those of you who want to explore and learn more about African coffees and this Rwanda, you can give it a try. Links are down in the description below, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye. Yummy.